I don't know why.
Hey, Ben.
Gosh, look at that. My hair's getting too long, isn't it?
It's very Bonnaroo.
Very Bonnaroo. Very bushy. It's a lot. I haven't had my hair this long in I don't know how long. It's crazy. It's COVID hair. You need to turn off your
I've decided to
sound.
After seeing Al's hair, I've decided to I'm just letting mine go. I want to have hair like Al's.
You should. All right, you ready to...
Hello, Michael. Hello, Becky. Obble Cakes 1. Hello. Tiffany, one of our very best customers. Hello, Rosa. Army 63B, Jakob, he is here. Stronger, Wiser M. Hello, Grace Davis Damrell. Hello. Hello, Danielle. Sam, I'm not being a dick. I just haven't had time to respond to your text. I'm sorry about that, my man. I'm okay. I'm alive. Usually I get back to you a lot sooner.
Well, look, that's who they are.
Yeah.
I never saw her picture before.
Hello, Hector. Wasabi. Terry. Linda. Hello, Linda. I'm here too. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Tanya. One of our vacation buddies. Cindy. Hello, Adrian. ACNC12. ALP_179. Cousin Grayson.
Hi, Grayson.
Hello, Dorothy. Dorothy, is it okay if I call you Dot? Are you okay with that? Please let me know. It's not okay if you call me Al, so maybe Dot is not appropriate, but you can let me know. Hello, Julie, one of our moderators.
Why do you keep putting it on me? I can't see any names. I can't. My vision's too blurry.
Hello, Angie with an I. Hey, my man Brooks. Brooks in the house. Hey, my man. Diane. Hello, Kitten Tracks 1. Yes, I am chopped liver. Hello, Dot. Dorothy said it's okay if I call her Dot. How about that? I like Dorothy myself. Hello, Carmen Michelle, Humphreys Kirk. Cousin Grayson.
Grayson's still there.
All right. I think we said hello.
All right.
Let's
get started.
I think we said hello to many. Hold on. We need to do a little something here. I've already walked. Step update, guys. I've walked 9,100 steps today. Just so
you haven't hit 10,000.
No, I haven't.
You're going to go jog around the block before you take a shower?
I might.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. We're ready. Thank y'all for joining us. He gives this an excuse to step away from Fox News for a minute.
No. It's an election year, guys.
Sun up to sun down.
Oh, it just whips you.
Can't tear them away except to do the podcast.
All right, give me a little something.
Test 1 2 1 2. Test.
Alada Vagina, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Alada Vagina, please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Okay, twice is enough.
Alada Vagina.
Okay. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the podcast. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my husband and co-host, Alan Evans.
Hello, Alan. A trade in the house.
Thank y'all so much for joining us.
We can be as loud as we want. There's no one home.
Yeah. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears too much if you're listening with your earbuds. But thank y'all for joining us. I'm so excited just to be here and have a little break in our... it's kind of been a mundane schedule for the most part. Alan and I are just coming off of some, I guess they're bad summer colds.
You don't think we had the corona, do you?
No. See, there you go.
How do you know?
There you go with that.
But how do you know?
Not every time you get sick right now, it's not coronavirus. It's just not. We both got sick, but I gave blood on August 22nd.
Whoa. What? Did they test you?
Yes.
Oh.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Did they test you?
They tested me for antibodies, and I did not have the antibodies, so I have not had it.
I knew that.
Now, could I have gotten it between August 22nd and now. I could have, but I did not have it. I had a cold and that nagging cough. So I'm just coming off of that. But honestly, for the last like 3 days, all I wanted to do is stay in my pajamas. I've only put on a bra momentarily a couple times.
Yeah.
We've really phoned it in the past few days.
Both of us. Biggest hot mess.
But it
biggest
is what
hot
it is.
messes.
But after the podcast.
Oh, you can't say that.
What?
It is what it is.
Oh, goodness gracious. Paula Abdul said it first. So after the podcast tonight, it's going to be late, but I'm gonna start, I'm going to get back in the groove.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do
my
roots. I'm going to do my roots and my hair. They're very gray.
Whoa.
Because tomorrow, believe it or not, I have to be part of there was supposed to be this big radio convention last year. Alan and I went. It was in Chicago. Well, bye-bye, Chicago. Nothing's happening in Chicago now.
Lewd convention.
It was not lewd.
It was extremely
It was
lewd.
not.
Oh, babe.
Alan, you haven't been to a lewd radio convention. That was tame.
The stories I heard.
That was the tamest radio convention
I was
in the history.
uncomfortable. And
I've been to a lot of radio conventions. That was tame.
You know my sense of humor, and I was uncomfortable.
Anyway, last year I was blessed to receive the Air Blazer Award, and I get to give it to a lovely woman, Angela Yee, this year.
Who?
She's on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God.
Oh,
and wow. So I chose her to receive it because whoever wins it gives it the next year. So that's happening, and I'm on a panel about how to look good in Zoom calls. Y'all see me if you watch us record the podcast on our YouTube channel, which is technically like a Zoom call. You see how much effort I put in on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, which we do on Zoom, and we broadcast it on Kid TV. I literally roll out of bed, put a comb through my hair. I may or may not brush my teeth because I'm just coming to sit in the office and drink coffee. I may or may not have on a bra. I know I don't wear makeup. And yet I tomorrow have to be on a panel about how to present yourself in Zoom meetings.
Well, here's the deal.
Is this a joke?
You're my beautiful, sweet wife. So I always think you look very beautiful and
Every
sweet.
day you say I look Bonnaroo, and I don't take it as a compliment.
You've been very Bonnaroo.
I don't take that as a
during
compliment.
COVID. Very granola.
I have. My hair's grown out everywhere. Seriously.
That one day you were throwing down you've thrown down a few looks in here, and I come to the door here and peek through the glass, and I'm like, whoa, wait, where'd you come up with that one?
What was it?
Well, there's been two that I've kind of just been,
Which ones?
Well, one time
Which were the most offensive to your eyes?
Well, you did one, and I've never seen it coming from the guy who has the serious hat hair right now. But I came in here that one morning, and it was all slicked. Your hair was all slicked back on the top.
I had the bangs pulled back in a ponytail.
But then everything else was
long and straight.
And I've never seen it like that.
Yeah, I used to wear it like that in high school, in junior high, when I didn't know how to fix my hair.
Well, let's leave that one in the 70s.
You didn't like it, huh?
Because that's when you were in high school, right? In the 70s?
No, I wasn't.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
And then the other one.
Why don't you compliment your wife some more?
I just said I think you always look beautiful. There were 2 times when I saw your hair and it was different.
You're calling me old again.
No, I had a slip of the.
All right. What was the next?
The other one was you had these big, thick, Raggedy Ann looking red braids.
I like my braids.
Almost like rope.
But I like doing my braids.
But they were really big and thick.
You don't like that?
Well,
that's very trendy. All the Instagram people do the big, thick braids. I was playing with my hair and trying something new.
I thought it was fine. You
didn't like it. Obviously.
It didn't go.
That was your second least favorite look of quarantine.
You needed some overalls.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, it would have been real cute with some overalls.
Why does it have to be overalls? Why can't it just be like a boho chic look?
Is that boho chic?
Yeah, that's the way the Instagram moms do their hair, and those big, fun, thick braids, and they put baby's breath in their hair. It shows you
I know nothing about that, and maybe I'm not a modern man.
Maybe our coronavirus has affected us in more ways than you care to mention.
That's a segue into some of our content.
And that was my segue into yours.
Oh, okay. Well, and that's what we're going to talk about. We got all kinds of good stuff. Kelly
You know.
has some bit. She hadn't really told me what it is.
Bit. It's not a bit.
Well, it's not a bit. It's good content.
It's a discussion.
It's a discussion. Yes. Yeah.
We're going to talk about modern men.
She goes, yeah, modern
Are you
men.
a modern man?
Am I a modern man? I don't know.
We'll discuss.
I've been accused
what
of being.
What makes a man modern?
I've been accused of being gay on more than one occasion.
Why does it have to be?
Well, there's not.
Why does it have to be the same?
There's not. I'm not saying that every modern man is gay or every gay man is a modern man.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I'm just saying that I get accused of being gay and I may be a modern man. I may not
find
be.
out.
I don't know. So we're going to find out, right?
We are.
Not if I'm gay. Because I'm not gay. Okay. And then I have some good information I found, very interesting information on how COVID-19 has impacted relationships.
It's definitely impacted ours.
And sex.
I think a lot of it's come to a head tonight on this podcast.
So we're
ready to get out of quarantine.
So we're going to get to the bottom, #bottom of that. And then we're going on vacation pretty soon.
Well, we're going
a long weekend.
This weekend. We did not get to take a vacation with the kids this summer. We didn't get to take a vacation this summer. And so we got a really great opportunity to go to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. And this is becoming, I've heard about it over the years, but lately it's like everybody is talking about going to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, especially if you're from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because people are staying closer to home. They're not flying like they were. And I just heard that the Real Housewives of Dallas filmed in Broken Bow.
Really?
At a cabin there. Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
I don't know would it be a coincidence if it's where we're staying?
That would be a coincidence.
So anyway, it's becoming, and I think once that, if you watch Real Housewives of Dallas, you'll see it featured there. Alan and I post a lot of stuff. Well, I haven't been as good about posting on Instagram as I should be. I've been really slack.
Kelly doesn't even look at my Instagram.
Really slack.
Yeah.
I just have not been getting on there. I'll tell you what, the only social media I've been on is Twitter lately. I get on Twitter and I just can't get off. I can't.
And I know why she's doing that, but I don't know if we have to go into it on the podcast.
Why?
Because you're replacing all the time you spend doing other things.
Yeah. Video games and stuff.
Yeah.
I told Alan I gave up doing as much, I still do, Best Fiends.
Oh, Best Fiends.
But I have to, I want to do other things too, which is stay on Twitter all the time. But hey, it is an election year.
It's the Wild West. That Twitter.
It is an election year.
No, but
I need Twitter to tell me how I feel.
But the cabin's beautiful. So
yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Talk about that. We're having a contest about what's the contest, babe? Oh,
name the smokers.
Name the smokers.
Oh, it's not a very catchy name for a contest.
We're going to talk about that. What we did, we lit up the smokers.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all that. We got a lot to get to.
Well, there
today.
we go. Yeah, okay.
But before we do, a few weeks back, I became a Thrive Market member, and I hope some of you have done the same, and you found out just how great it is, because they're delivering organic, sustainable groceries right to the door. And that's a big deal right now. Everybody's shifting to home delivery and trying to figure out how it's done. Well, this is how Thrive Market's been doing it. So there's no learning curve with Thrive Market. But what I love is that with Thrive Market, if you have any kind of special situation, like if you have, you want perfume-free products, if you want no chemicals in your wines and things like that, you can click these boxes and all those products pop up. So you get exactly what you're looking for without having to sift through all the labels and stuff. They kind of do that for you. That's where I found that great produce spray, Alan, that I love, because before, Alan doesn't even rinse off vegetables he gets at the produce. So if Alan's making your salad, you better think twice.
What's wrong with a little dirt?
But me, I used to just rinse it under water and think that was good. No, I'm using this produce spray, which has really made a difference. And I love that. And I also use they have these face wipes that I've really been a fan of, and things that I found on Thrive Market that I haven't found in other places. So Thrive Market tailors to over 70 different diets and values. If you're trying plant-based, keto, or paleo, they've got the highest quality, organic, sustainable essentials, from groceries, healthy snacks, meat, seafood, clean wines, non-toxic cleaning, bath and body. And as a member of Thrive Market, you save 25 to 50% off the traditional retail prices. And with their carbon neutral shipping, it's free on orders over $49.
Okay, carbon neutral. I like that. Go to thrivemarket.com/sandwich. Join today and you'll get a free gift of your choosing up to a $22 value. That's thrivemarket.com/sandwich. That's THRIVE market.com/sandwich. Start that risk-free membership and get a free gift today. One more time, babe. thrivemarket.com/sandwich.
And we are going to be talking a little bit about, COVID-19 and how it's affected a lot of things, but Thrive Market has raised over $750,000 to date through their COVID-19 relief fund.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
That's a lot of bread.
That's a lot.
Ooh.
A lot of gluten-free bread at Thrive Market. All
Yes.
right. Thank you, Thrive.
Yes.
All right. So you want to start with the COVID or the modern man? You flip the coin.
No,
and decide.
you lead off. Didn't I?
All right, I'm fine with that.
What, did I produce last time? I can't remember.
No, that was me.
Oh, are we gonna? Oh, you did. I produced the time after last. Hey, are we gonna talk about the big news Charlotte gave us? Are we gonna announce that?
Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay.
We'll do that later.
Okay.
Stick around
stick
for a
around.
big
We got some good news.
podcast announcement. You better write
Got
it down
some
because we
good news.
we are guilty of teasing stuff and not delivering. So we're going to write it down so we don't forget.
I've got it right
All
here.
right. So Digital Hub did this. They post these really interesting articles that I do try to find things to talk about sometimes rather than just, hey, what'd you do today, Alan? I don't know what you do. Okay, so it was about being a modern man.
Who sounds like that?
You. A study commissioned by Wilkinson Sword. I'm going to pronounce the W. Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they surveyed 2,000 adults, men and women. They're adults. But they were asked to name the top traits of a modern man. So you've got what a woman thinks a modern man would be and what a man would think a modern man would be. Because they might have different opinions of that.
Is a modern man also, what are some synonyms, just so we can help the audience and myself understand?
I don't know.
Like a Renaissance man?
No,
or
a modern man.
What is that though? A man of the times?
Well, I'm going to tell you what they think. Yes, it's a man who is truly comfortable living in the era we are now existing.
Okay.
That's what a modern man is.
Okay.
Who fits right in. And if you showed this list to a man 50 years ago, he would probably laugh in your face.
The term metrosexual used to be used a lot in the 90s and 2000s.
Right.
Is that also a modern man? Is that a modern man?
This is a modern man. There's no other definition.
I'm confused.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Because they asked people in the study what defines a modern man. So I'm going to tell you.
This is like
I don't know why you're having a problem with this concept. Obviously, you're not a modern man, or you're just trying to be ornery.
This is like Steve Harvey almost.
How so?
Well, they asked an audience like the top 5 things,
Oh, Alan, no. There were 50.
50? A 50?
But I'm not doing that to you guys because I'll tell you.
Well, you can do 50 if you go fast.
No. I read the list and a lot of them were redundant. I mean, it was like saying the same thing 3 different ways. So I think they could have done a better job of, editing this list down to 50. So I kind of put them instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I kind of put them in paragraph form. So I took those traits. You'll see what I'm saying in a second.
Okay.
So the men in the study of 2,000 people were asked if they would describe themselves as modern. Would you? You don't even know what the traits are. But would you think you're a modern man? Are you comfortable in the era in which we live? Are you comfortable with the societal norms and things like that?
I'm not uncomfortable. I think I'm definitely my own person. I don't think I follow the crowd.
Well, only 35% of the men in this study did.
Thought that they were comfortable?
That they are modern. They describe themselves as a modern man, which in effect means they're comfortable.
Okay.
And more than half of the adults, both men and women combined, said men should not have to conform to stereotypes.
I'd agree with that.
While 11% of the men said they want to live up to a more of a tough guy image.
I don't really have to pretend to be a tough guy.
I'm sorry. I'm battling the urge to cough because I think my Delsum wore off.
Oh boy. Oh,
I took
boy.
my Delsum this morning right before I did the morning show, and it's 12-hour Delsum, and I think it wore off.
If Kelly,
as I'm speaking,
if Kelly
just
has,
like your Sirius XM satellite, I'm listening to the Sirius today, and literally right in the middle of a great conversation, membership died. That's the way my throat feels right now.
we went to dinner last night, just real quick, and Kelly, oh gosh, guys, if she starts, it's going to be bad.
It's over.
She was literally, at the same time, she was choking, heaving, lurching, coughing, gagging, snotting, and then she blew her nose.
I had to. I'm at the okay.
And I'm sitting there like, what is happening right now?
It was bad. Alan opened his email. We're sitting in our pajamas because we literally did I even brush my teeth? Did I even put on a bra yesterday until Alan opened his email? It was about 5:00. He said, "Hey, I just got an email from Red Lobster. Got a 10% off coupon."
Yeah.
I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, Red Lobster." I said, "I'm in." I got up, put on a bra, and within 20 minutes, we were out the door going to Red Lobster.
Red Lobster for the seafood lover and you.
Because we had a 10% off coupon. That's how easy we
Hell
are.
yeah.
And I don't want to cook half the time. And Alan's like, I don't want to cook. So we went to Red Lobster.
Yeah, we did.
And with that 10% coupon, it's like, let's get a cocktail.
Yeah.
We got splurged. So they have I said, just give me a Pinot Noir. I didn't want to do a mixed drink. And Alan ordered a beer. And apparently you order by the ounce. So what was mine like? Would you like the 6 ounce or the 9? I was like, give me the 9. Woohoo, 10% off.
Mine was a 14 or a 20. I got the 20.
Yeah, we were splurging.
Would a modern man drink a beer at Red Lobster? To get us back on track.
I think he would. So that was yesterday, and that's the coughing fit I had. So because I ordered the coconut shrimp, and they have this,
guys,
I don't know, pina colada sauce that I don't like, so I ordered tartar sauce and cocktail sauce, and I ate it, and part of the crust landed on my tonsil. And I know this happens to me a lot more than the average person, but food lands on my tonsil, and I'm in that stage where I can't quite swallow it. I don't know, but then I take a breath and suddenly it's over. I start coughing.
She was a goner.
It's awful. I do that a lot.
It was the kind of bit where you're sitting there like across from one another, and then she's carrying on, snotting,
it's bad,
dripping, doing all the stuff she's doing over there, and then kind of the other people in the restaurant kind of just kind of look over their shoulders,
And I had to, and Alan hates, and I know it's not appetizing when someone blows their nose at the table.
I'm not a big,
but neither is coughing and choking to death. That's not appetizing.
I'm not a big blow your nose at the table guy.
I couldn't.
Does anybody do that?
Me. So I was choking and snot was pouring out.
You don't do it a lot. You don't do it a lot.
I don't, only when I'm in a crisis situation, as I was.
Okay, back to the
modern man. All right, so the modern man, here again, I've taken 50 qualities and just squished them down.
By this time, I think everybody's probably just looked it up on their phone and they all know now.
No, y'all aren't. Y'all just waiting for me to tell you. I know you are.
Okay.
And you can say yes or no. I'll pause.
Oh, okay.
The modern man is well-groomed and takes pride in his appearance.
Yes.
He's interested in fashion.
Yes.
And keeps up with the latest trends.
Probably not.
Tell everybody what your latest fashion trends are.
Oh, I collect Ed Hardy T-shirts. Now they were in style in the 2000s.
They were,
but I never wore them then.
Alan is single-handedly bringing back Ed Hardy T-shirts.
Now listen,
and he buys them on eBay.
Yeah, I buy them on eBay because they're like $10, and it's just because I like the tattoo art. I never wore Ed Hardy T-shirts when they were popular
because you couldn't afford.
Well, I couldn't afford them. They were like $150. Yeah.
So there you go. So my husband.
I just like the tattoos.
I'm Bonnaroo, and he is.
Yes.
Ed
Hardy collector.
Ed Hardy.
I have one on right now.
He understands how to dress smart casual, and he wears pink. He's happy to have a self-pamper night, complete with a face mask and bubble bath.
No.
He has a skincare regime and gets his beard styled.
#Atomic Beauty. Yeah, I do have a skincare routine.
And you have had your beard styled, but not on the reg.
I've only done that like twice in my life.
Not on the reg.
What was the other one?
Big Al did it weekly.
My man! Wear pink?
Yeah.
My mom always tried to put me in pink when I was a kid.
Pink was very preppy when I was
Yeah,
growing up
same.
in the 80s.
But I was like,
Everybody wore
Mom,
pink.
this is pink. And she said, no, it's salmon. I'm like, Mom, it's pink. She said, no, it's salmon.
Wow.
Okay.
When it comes to dating, a modern man is affectionate and he'll go halves on the bill rather than insist on paying. I ain't with that modern man.
No, I'm not.
On
either.
A first date, absolutely not.
I mean, if you want your date to think you're a cheapskate, try to pull that.
I'm not that kind of modern woman.
I want a first date.
I want him to be a gentleman. I would like, a little flirtation, and I want him to pick up the check. And I want him to pick up the check for about the first, half a dozen dates, would you say?
Well, I don't know about that, because after that third date, when I had reeled you in with all my fabulous magic, and you were just wowed by my magical talent.
I was not paying half then. I'll pay half if I'm not interested. But after a while, when we are in a relationship and you date a certain number of times, then you start feeling kind of guilty, and then I offer to pay half.
Yeah.
But now it's all in the same pot. I don't care. I'm like, do you want to put your credit card down or mine? Whatever.
What about that one of those first couples dates we went on? What date was that?
That was pretty early in. That was awful.
Was that like the second or third date?
It was pretty early in. I love being part of a couple because I love double dating. I do. I love double dating, triple dating. I love it. I love it. And Alan just has to accept that.
What do you mean I have to accept it? I go along and I like it too.
I would do it more. I would do it more. I would.
When are we going to do that?
I know. Life is different now. But like the second or third date, I mean, we barely were dating, but he was really digging me. Mm-hmm. And my friend wanted to meet him really bad. My friend Amy. She said, let's go to X restaurant. I'm not going to say the name. It was bad, y'all.
It's one of these deals where it's like, I'm sitting there and the other couple's there and they're like, you guys want like a seafood tower? And I'm like, whoa, I kind of look in the menu. I'm like, oh, God.
And Alan's still new in the relationship, so he's not one to.
I'm like, oh, sure. This some bitch is like $115. But you don't want to be like a cheapskate. So you're like, yeah, sure. That's fine. We can split one. Oh, let's get two. We're going to have 2 seafood towers,
We're big
please.
People.
Yeah, let's get 2. And I'm not ordering anything. Let's get 2. They're like, let's get 2 seafood towers. We're going to get, how about a couple of bottles of that Silver Oak? Let's get that going. Anybody want some cocktails? Let's do a round of martinis too. We'll do the martinis and then we'll do the Silver Oak. Yeah, okay. That's for starters. We're just starting.
It was so bad.
So the bill rolls in. It's about it's
several hundred.
800 or something.
I don't know. And Alan had to split it, and I'm just like,
well, I wouldn't have at that point. I wouldn't have asked Kelly to pay for it.
Well, I thought you were rolling
chip in or anything.
I thought you were rolling. You didn't you were sweating a bit. I'm like, man, I landed a rich one. He ain't sweating.
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm all right, as Fitty would say. I'm all right.
That was bad. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
We've got the dating thing. Okay, a modern man is comfortable with a woman boss.
I've had women bosses,
but he's also not afraid to stand up to his boss, whether she's male or female.
Yeah, okay.
He's able to provide for his family financially, but he's also happy to be a stay-at-home dad. So a modern man just covers a lot of bases.
I think there's a little bit of that going on here. Yeah.
He does his fair share of cleaning, plays confidently with children, and knows how to style his kids' hair.
I think I'm a modern man. The only thing I don't do is wear pink.
He enjoys baking and he can put up shelves.
I don't really enjoy baking.
But you do enjoy cooking.
I like cooking, yeah. And putting up shelves, does that mean he's kind of handy too?
I would imagine. Okay. A modern man is conscious about the environment.
Yeah.
Alan doesn't buy it.
Probably the bigger my carbon footprint is, the better.
Alan doesn't buy it at all.
I don't buy into.
He makes fun of me when I cut those little rings on drinks.
Save them turtles, babe.
He says.
Save them turtles.
And his argument is about recycling, that it costs more. What is it? It costs more energy.
It costs more energy and uses more energy to actually recycle the things than the benefit you get out of the recycled materials. So like, what are we doing?
So Alan ain't into that. But I recycle anyway because our garbage collection doesn't come enough. And so I have to use recycle. So I have to recycle because The trash man doesn't come.
Okay, hold on. Before I know we have some listeners now. They're like, you asshole. Listen,
we still recycle.
We recycle. I like a clean planet.
But he makes fun of me.
I poke fun at Kelly cutting the. Listen, it's not like I don't litter. You don't. I told my boys the other day, I said that because I was eating an apple in the car and I tossed the apple core out of the window, and I said, guys, that's the only thing like you would see me throw out of the car is because the birds can eat it. It'll decompose. I said,
that's true.
I don't litter or anything like that.
He doesn't.
So, but
he does make fun of me for.
I do make fun of her doing that. Yeah.
All right. He makes sustainable choices.
Sustainable choices?
Sustainable choices.
No, because you're always bitching at me about running the water while I brush my teeth. And
I don't like that.
There's something else I do that you're always telling me to stop. Well, as far as, what is it?
I don't remember right now.
It's not the air conditioning, and I tell you that sucker's always turned down to
we're hot.
Freaking freezing.
He is vigilant about recycling.
No.
He wants to leave a better planet behind for future generations. Now that's true.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Sure.
When it comes to communication, a modern man talks openly about his feelings and mental health. If you listen to the podcast,
I think that's true.
Yeah,
I think that's true. It's been harder for me to do that over the years, but I think I've gotten better as time's gone on.
A lot of men bottle those feelings up and don't cry and don't reveal because that's, they want to be that manly man we talked about earlier. He doesn't feel the need to put on a brave face or keep a stiff upper lip. He is ruled by his heart, not his head. He listens to others and gives great advice. He doesn't judge, but he also stands up against prejudice. He could win a fight, but doesn't get into them. He faces his fears and always does what he thinks is right. He is a proud feminist. He is involved in his community. He stands for a cause. He attends protests, drives a cool car, meditates, and practices yoga. He's also a vegan who drinks cocktails and enjoys reading. Now, again, these were 50 bullet points that I kind of encapsulated. So I just kind of went through that last paragraph.
That was a lot. I didn't hear much in there that really sounded like
resonated.
Me. That didn't really sound like me too much.
You do drink cocktails.
I drink cocktails. I don't drive a fancy car. I got a pick-me-up truck. What were some of the others?
You had cute cars.
Yeah, I've had some cool cars. I like cars. I'm a car guy. What were the others?
Well, you don't attend protests.
Gives good advice.
Are you asked for a lot of advice?
Are
you asked? I do love letters to Kelly, so I don't really ask.
I don't ask for too much advice, and I'll talk to my dad about stuff, but I don't really.
You could win a fight, but you don't get into them. Would you win a fight?
Damn Skippy, I would.
Have you ever been in a physical fight?
Because I have. No, I'm not a big fight guy.
But you still are convinced you'd win.
Yeah, because I got two friends with me all the time. Smith and Wesson are always with me.
Alan.
We'll win that fight every time.
A modern man. That's not one of the qualities of a modern man.
No, it's not.
All right, so there you go. That's the.
Oh, and I'm not vegan.
No.
If it's on the inside of an animal or on the outside of a bone, I'm going to eat it.
I admire vegans because of the discipline it takes to follow that. That is I don't want to be a vegan, but I'm just saying I admire anybody who is that committed. You have to admire.
What's the vegan? It's no animal stuff at all, right?
Nothing.
So no cheese, no milk, no yogurt,
no eggs, fish, nothing.
No fish.
I don't think they even wear leather.
Wow.
I think if you're that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I just bought a several $100 pair of Cayman cowboy boots.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Never told me the price on those.
You saw the price on those.
I looked the other way. I didn't want to know.
Okay.
But we could have gone to that really fancy dinner again and gone halvesies. I know that.
Yeah, and I would have still been out $200. So, babe, so after all of that, what would you say on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being a caveman, 10 being
a modern man,
the most modern man. He does every one of those things. Where would you put me on that scale?
I'd say about a 7.
A 7?
That's not, you're not I think you lean more, maybe 6 or 7. I don't think
A 6.
Well, okay, 7.
It's kind of the average man.
Well, I mean, I think you're a little more modern than the average man. And so average would be about 5, right? But I don't think, I mean, there's a lot of things that you do. You're comfortable with fashion feelings, craft cocktails, decorating, things like that. Landscaping, beauty, things like that. That I think, a manly man typically would not be considered to like those things.
Yeah, a manly man. Yeah, don't care. He would be towards more.
I just want a mattress and a turlet.
Like I think,
that's a manly man, right?
I think my dad.
Your dad,
my dad's down there at like number 1 or 2.
Yeah. Not a modern man at all.
No. So I don't know where I got all the modernness from. Probably my mother.
Maybe
because my mother. Yeah, probably.
And you're just also growing up in a different generation, with different ideas.
Yeah.
And things being presented to you.
Generation X, Gen X.
Yeah.
Latchkey kid.
And then the generation coming up behind us is even more.
Mm-hmm.
They're it's just different. And you like to think, as a parent, I mean, you do have some say so over what your kids. I mean, because a lot of times when you're born into a household and it's a Baptist household or it's a Catholic household or whatever religion, that your kids are raised in that. And so that becomes their beliefs because that's what they were taught at home. But then they get older and they can decide for themselves, but not a lot. That people don't often stray. So your parents can influence your thinking and certain things when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's so many influences now that we didn't have when we were growing up. I mean, I didn't even have cable TV till I was coming out of elementary school. I think we got cable, and then MTV happened when I was in high school, and all these different the technology and things is just shaping our kids' minds that we're powerless against some of it.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah,
how technology is changing us,
and a lot of parents that think they're keeping an eye, and the kids are so smart. And they come up with ways to hide things from their parents. They talk in code. There's different ways. Well, there's like different screens that can pop up that make it look like they're looking at something else when the parent walks in the room. I don't know. It's just like there's a way. The sneakiest thing I did as a kid was I left in the middle of the night and went and got a Hardee's hamburger and came home in the middle of the night. That was the extent of my being a bad kid. And I thought I was going to get in trouble if I got caught, and I didn't.
A Hardee's hamburger.
It was the closest fast food restaurant to where I lived.
I was a fan of the Hardee's hot ham and cheese.
Yeah.
Remember the little tinfoil wrappers they used to put them in?
Yeah.
Oh, get that little melted cheese on the tinfoil. You scrape it off.
I'm so old. I remember when McDonald's used to put their hamburgers in styrofoam containers. That's how old I am.
And I used to take those styrofoam containers and I just throw them in the trash. Throw them in the landfill.
I'm sure you did.
Sometimes I even threw them in a big pile and just burned them. Watched all that black smoke go up in the air. I'm just kidding, guys. I've never done that.
He's kidding.
I've never done that.
Y'all can email Alan and fuss at him about
that. Podcast@kellyandalan.com.
All right. Alan and I have been a little lazy the past few days, but I'll tell you what Alan has been asking me to do on the regular.
Whoa.
That is get out the Theragun.
Oh, yeah.
And I hold it, and he just leans into it. He's had this knot in his back that I have been working on. It's been a big one, but that Theragun, who's addicted to the Theragun? This guy right here.
This guy.
Yeah. So whether you're, a guy who's really pounding it out in the gym, you're working those muscles and you're all knotted up and you need that tension release. How do you think you got that knot? Did you twist the wrong way? Did you sleep wrong?
I think I just slept wrong. Yeah.
That's what Theragun's for. And sometimes with me, like, you know how it is, ladies, when you ask your man, can you rub my shoulders? And they're like, and they're done. Man, I get that Theragun and it's got this angle on it. So I can hold it and adjust the position and I can get to those knots that I normally couldn't get just with my own hands. Or, I've been so desperate before. I've gotten up against a door jamb or a doorknob and I've tried, to get those knots out or lie on the floor on top of a tennis ball. This is why you need a Theragun in your life.
Don't do it like that.
I'm serious. The
Theragun,
it is really a game changer. Alan was just saying to me, I don't know how what would you say something yesterday?
I just said, we try a lot of things. And I said, this Theragun is one of my favorites.
That's it. We do try a lot of things. And this is the one that really has made a difference. It's a handheld percussion therapy device, if you're not familiar, that releases the deep muscle tension using scientifically calibrated combination of depth, speed, and power. And now as quiet as an electric toothbrush. So if you have one of the older models, a little loud, but now the new versions are a little quieter. The all-new Gen 4 Theragun. It has a proprietary brushless motor. It's so quiet. Sometimes we like, is this thing on? No, you can hear it a little bit, but I'll tell you what, the battery life on it is great. We've charged that thing. It just keeps going.
It lasts forever.
And going. The battery life is what we've really been impressed with. And Theragun has a great offer for our Sandwich and Some Lovin' users, listeners. And listen, the holidays are coming up. And I know that's when you get the big ticket items and the real fun things that people have been on their wish list. The Theragun, this would be a great gift idea.
And you can get that depth, speed, and power that Kelly mentions if you try Theragun risk-free for 30 days. There's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4 with an OLED screen, personalized Theragun app, and the quiet and power you need. Starting at only $199, go to Theragun.com/Lovin right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's Theragun.com/Lovin. Theragun.com/Lovin.
And always remember, Lovin has no G on the end. It's just Lovin. A Sandwich and Some Lovin.
We love Theragun.
We do. Use that every night.
All right, babe. I came across a very interesting article.
Yeah.
As I've been spending a lot of time on the laptop, my brand new laptop. I paid a lot of idiot tax for that laptop because I spilled water on my other laptop. I think I told that. Yeah, I told that story on the podcast. So I've spent a lot of time on this laptop, as you have on your laptop. And on my laptop, I found an article.
He's going to get to the point.
From WHTR.com. The author is Jenny Renovich, just to give the source some credit here.
Yeah, they need credit.
The name of the article is called COVID-19's Impact on Sex and Relationships. Okay, so this was done by the researchers at Indiana University's Kinsey Institute. They wanted to know, has the pandemic helped or has the pandemic hurt relationships? What do you think? Just off the top of your head.
Well, I think it's probably a mix, but I think if I had to just take a guess at the average, it probably hurt, I would guess.
Okay. Well, the researchers at Kinsey, they conducted a survey. They surveyed thousands of adults of all ages. So this is a good size study here to gather data on sex and relationships in the age of COVID-19. So the article says, so let's face it, from something as simple as getting groceries to something as meaningful as getting married, COVID's really changed the way humans interact. You mentioned it with, the Zoom calls you have to do, less face-to-face, a lot more time with your significant other. So this study began in March. It took a close look at how the quarantine impacted people's romantic relationships, and it found for some, the lockdown has been very difficult. So the acting executive director of Kinsey, he says, yes, there are some people who are really struggling in their marriages and their relationships right now. Stress is getting to them and their partner. Maybe it's because they're seeing too much of each other. But 3/4 of people surveyed saw something positive during the pandemic. Communication with their partner improved. What do you think about that? Think our communications improved?
I don't know if it's improved. I don't think we've had a problem with communication.
I don't think we've ever had a problem.
We've only been married 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to get along for the most part. I'm not saying we don't fight. We do have disagreements, but they're not usually long-lived.
I mean, I'll tackle your ass in the closet if I have to. So yeah, we don't, babe. So it says, despite all the stress, a lot of people were turning to their partners to talk about the things that they've been stressed about, to talk about what they hope to do several months from now, sharing vulnerabilities with their partners, and perhaps things that they haven't been sharing before, is what Garcia said. So
I can see that because it's like, a lot of things that maybe you never had to consider before. I mean, life is just way different. Look how quickly things changed I mean, just overnight, it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Everything shut down. You didn't think it would be that easy for your life to go so quickly the opposite direction. It's just crazy when you think about it.
It happened, like you say, like so fast between
Yeah.
like, March, April, May. So, but you remember the theory about baby boom after quarantine? Remember a lot of people were talking about that?
Yeah, quarantine babies.
Okay. Well, he says that may not happen. The study found our sex lives stalled during quarantine. Nearly half of those surveyed say their sex life declined and they've now been less sexually active. But 1 in 5 respondents, 20%, said they've expanded their sexual repertoire.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
I'll tell you what.
I
mean,
we think about it.
Oh, I mean, sometimes I got to get the feather duster out, dust that some bitch off.
We think about it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and then
it's like,
well,
I don't know.
I'm coming off this cold.
Come on. People, he goes on to say, Garcia.
You brought up the article, not me.
Garcia goes on to say, people were trying new things in their sexual lives. A lot of that was people talking to their partners about sexual fantasies, Garcia said. They never had that conversation before.
No, I don't do that. We don't really. Do you have any fantasies?
Oh, I mean, where do we start?
But do you have any really? Oh, have I ever said a fantasy?
A fantasy?
I haven't, have I? I can't think of one. I don't think I have.
There's not one that's coming to mind right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Maybe they need to study us.
Okay, so here's the nugget. 1 in 5 people say they've reached out to an ex during the quarantine, taking a spin through the romantic world. 20% of the people surveyed have reached out to an ex.
Uh-oh.
My man.
I am wearing a robe that one of my ex-boyfriends gave me. I've told that before. I've had this robe for almost 30 years. And it still looks like it the day he gave it to me.
Okay, check this out. It says some people said it's because they were worried about their former partner that they maybe still had a connection with. Some said that they were
checking out for health reasons.
Some said that they were interested in initiating maybe a romantic or sexual relationship with them, Garcia said.
Well, I can see that if your relationship is suffering and you're like, well, something's wrong, and then you start romanticizing your past, right?
That's a pretty high number, 20% for both men and women.
They thought about it or did?
1 in 5 people say they reached out.
They did.
They did.
They didn't just think about it.
Doesn't say how they reached out. If it was just the text, hey, what's up? Or
like on Facebook, the poke.
Yeah, or the poke.
It's so ridiculous.
The poke.
Do they still have poking on there?
I used to poke.
Really?
Yeah, because we've talked about this. We talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah, I forgot.
And we talked about it, and I was like, I've never poked before. So then I got out there, and I started poking people, and everybody started poking me back. Yeah.
I do remember that now.
It was like a bit. Yeah. Okay, so for singles, the study found COVID-19 created high rates of loneliness and worry and more use of dating apps to make a connection. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, the only thing about the dating apps is nobody could get together because of, if you had a connection, then what do? Zoom date? Yes. But those things, people are starting to lighten up some. They'll go out you go on a date, you just walk in the restaurant with your mask, you sit down, you take the mask off. So I guess if you're less paranoid than other people, you could start dating now.
I mean, some people are perfectly happy to have relations over digital means.
Alan.
What?
Stop.
What?
Quit acting like we're so pervy. We don't do anything. We don't even have fantasies.
I never said anything about us being pervy.
All right.
I just said
you want to do digital?
No.
You want to Zoom me?
It's talking about singles.
Oh, that's right.
Singles.
That's definitely not us.
No. I mean, the pictures Kelly gets from me are the ones of me sitting on the pot with the dogs at my feet.
That's true.
They're engaging in more messaging and more thoughtful interaction on those apps. So looking at people's profiles instead of swiping so fast. Oh, okay. So they're serious about it. Serious about picking out the right person, I guess. I don't know.
Got to take more time. You can't just be as quick swiping.
Intimacy, even with social distancing, is still happening. Researchers found we crave connection in sickness and in health. Yeah. So he finishes, Garcia says, it's an opportunity for us, despite how scary it is right now for so many people. It's an opportunity for us to think seriously about the importance of love relationships in our lives.
Okay. Well,
so I thought that was interesting. I mean,
so if you're going through a rough spot, you're not alone. A lot of people are. It's normal, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always be proactive and fix it.
Hey, and sound like the big takeaway Kelly had was, hey, if you're at home with your significant other 24/7, there's no need to be pervy. And there's no perviness going on.
No perviness going on here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll see if I can come up with something.
What do you mean?
I feel bad now. I feel bad now.
Why?
Because I haven't had a fantasy.
Oh God! Why don't you
pervy.
Think of something? Our listeners would.
We are married,
so
we're
we could be
pervy.
Married couple. Tell our listeners they would love to hear what some of these are. Some of these fantasies are.
I have to come up with one.
Well, just think of one. What's like something? I don't know.
What? I don't know.
You don't want me licking on your toes or anything, do you? I wouldn't do that anyway.
Well, if that's what I wanted. What if that's what I wanted?
Because you talk about your cracked heels too much.
My toes are not my heels. And I've been working on my heels. I'm working very vigilantly to get those things sawed down. Well, what if you want someone to work?
Hey, if you want someone to work on your toes, all you got to do is go to where we get a freaking pedicure. I mean, they work on them.
I know, but that's where I go to. My heels are still cracked, so I have to do stuff.
No,
outside.
I mean, she works on the toe.
I know, but she's not going to. I'm not going to look down and say, "Ma'am, this is my fantasy. Would you mind?" I know we're in the middle of a pedicure here, but
you don't have to.
I'll keep my mask on.
You don't have to ask her.
They're not going to suck my toe.
Yeah.
And neither will my husband, apparently. And that was my fantasy.
No, it's not.
So there you go.
That is not.
I'll come up with something. I'm not very good at that.
Well,
I'm very prudish.
No, you're. Well, yeah, you're. I wouldn't call you that. There's certain things you like.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, everybody has things they like.
They do.
Everybody has things they like.
All right, we got other things. It's hard to go out of pervy talk and to talk about other things. So let's stop that and let's talk about other things.
Okay.
Because we have to get to a couple of things real quick. We're heading into Labor Day weekend. Like I said earlier, we're going to take the kids to a cabin in Broken Bow. And we are so excited because you guys, you need to go online and look at where we're staying because it has a name. It's called Rust Bucket. And it is gorgeous.
This is the most fabulous cabin I've ever seen.
It is stunningly beautiful. And we're so excited. We're going to stay there. It's just, from where we live, we're in Plano. It's not even 2-hour drive, right?
Yeah. And it's like one of these cabins, like you were showing me the pictures.
Luxury.
It's like one of these ones you'd see in like Dwell magazine or Architectural Digest. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's a log cabin.
I mean, you say log cabin, you think of like this thing, it was 5 bedrooms or something?
Huge. The one we're staying in sleeps 18 people. And I told Alan, look, I know we're going with just, our kids and stuff. And I'm letting my daughter take a couple friends, but I would love to go back and do like a group thing. I thought it'd be fun to take like a group of adults and do like a summer camp kind of thing for adults. Wouldn't that be fun? Or to get another couple with kids and do a family event there, a family weekend or a week, because the company we're going through, it's 10 Star and Company. They have like 20 different cabins, and they have some that sleep as few as 4 people all the way up to 22. Excuse me.
22.
And they're on lakes and they're in, woods with trails and all these beautiful things.
The one we're going to be in I think it has like shuffleboard and
a big fire pit outside.
Every bedroom is decorated. Really
gorgeous.
nice.
We're so excited.
Beautiful full kitchen, with really nice appliances.
So we're doing an extended weekend.
Really sweet.
Labor Day weekend. And so follow us on social media and you'll get to see, we'll absolutely be posting a lot. Please forgive me. We have to wrap this up soon because my throat is starting to go.
Oh boy.
But if you want to see some of the properties where.
Can we take the ball and run with it?
Yeah, it's 10 Star Co.
So guys, the website, if you want to see the cabin that Kelly and I are going to be in, go to 10starco.com. So TINSTARCO.com. And the one we're in it's called the Rust Bucket. I think it's the first.
It was the first one,
cabin on the site, and it's the first one that this couple, renovated or
I don't know if they built it from the ground
built
up.
it. Yeah, I'm not
but
sure.
They loved the process so much, then they started buying lots and building cabins, and they manage all of them themselves. They also manage other properties, so everything that comes under the 10 Star and Company logo brand is on 10starco.com.
But the couple, they have 20 cabins, I think, available.
Like 20, yeah.
And in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, if you're not familiar, there's a lake there, is my understanding. I've never been there, but
I know, I'm excited.
There's a lake there, and there's all kinds of stuff to do. And I think the kids are really excited.
Yeah, we're renting a pontoon.
We're renting a pontoon boat. There's horseback riding. There's big time hiking. Of course, fishing. We're gonna have that really nice fire pit to do s'mores. Dylan loves doing s'mores. So
you gonna bring the guitar?
Yeah, Kelly wanted me to bring the guitar so we could.
It's fun. I want to do that.
Sit around the campfire.
I want to do the whole bit. So, because the one time I tried going camping as a child at Florence Baptist Temple, we went out to Lee. I think it was Lee State Park, and we were going to stay in tents. And I think I was just a little kid, maybe like second grade. And the bottom fell out that night. It was a huge thunderstorm. And we all ran on the buses, the church buses. And I cried and cried and cried until one of the counselors took me home.
Yeah, that's
Kelly Raspberry.
Tent camping is not for the.
But I also used to go to church camp though. And we'd stay in those horrible church cabin camps where they have one box fan in the window.
Oh, it's like a building and everybody's got a bed in the same room.
And then we had a community shower.
Oh.
And you think boys are nasty. You've never been with teenage girls in a community shower.
10 times
disgusting.
Girls are 10 times.
And we had to every day clean our cabins, and they'd come around and judge. And whoever had the least clean cabin had to clean the bathrooms. Nightmare. But we're not having any of that at Rust Bucket. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I am too. And they also have Instagram. If you want to check out their Instagram and see the cabins, it's at 10starco. So at TINSTARCO. So yeah, we got to come up with kind of a plan. All we have right now is
pontoon,
but we need to. I guess we'll ask the kids. And McKelly's going to bring. Is she bringing friends?
She's bringing a couple of friends. She's right now. And McKelly has 2 best friends. And at first, I said you could bring a friend. She's like, but if I bring one, it's going to hurt the other one's feelings. And how do I choose? So Alan very graciously allowed her to bring 2 friends, but the place sleeps 18. We're going to be fine.
Yeah, we got plenty of room.
Her rule is, I told her, y'all cannot sleep till 2:00 in the afternoon, because this is what they do with their sleepovers. They'll sit up to 3 a.m. and they'll sleep to 3 the next day or whatever. I was like, no, not doing that. You have to participate with the family.
And Cole's really excited because one of his buddies in school, who's the same age as Cole, his family has a cabin up there at Broken Bow, and they happen to be going this same weekend.
Yeah, so we're going to all get together.
So we're going to all somehow, he's going to come see Cole, or Cole's going to, we'll figure out, but the 2 of them want to see each other. So I thought maybe I could take them fishing, or we'll figure something out.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So follow us on social media this weekend if you want to see
Are you going to post on social media, Ben?
I will.
Okay.
And real quick, we have to talk. Alan and I went out to Oaked barbecue restaurant. We're a few weeks away from opening. And one of the big things that had to be done was the smokers had to be lit. And once you light them, it's like the eternal flame. It never goes off. Those things are constantly burning 24/7, 365. And they're going to be constantly, they have to season the inside, that wood, that's flavored wood, scented wood.
No. It's not flavored at all. It's post oak.
It's post oak.
Yeah, it's a Texas oak wood. I mean,
but that's what seasons the inside and gives it the flavor.
Right. It's not like I misunderstood. It's not like they through liquid smoke on
No,
the
no,
wood or
no.
anything. No. It's just wood.
But it seasons the smoker
Yeah.
and gives the meat that comes out of that a unique flavor.
Mhm.
And so Alan got the privilege of lighting the very first smoker.
Yeah, apparently that's a big deal. Chef said, so we're going to light these smokers up. And like Kelly said, I didn't realize that they burn forever. Like they never turn these things off. And I said, well, how do they keep going? Like, is there like gas in there or anything? He goes, no, we got to throw wood in there. He goes, there will always be somebody here. I mean, they smoke all night, all day, all night, all day.
Even though the business is only going to be closed like 4 days a year, Christmas and, certain holidays, somebody has to be there to keep the fires going.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gave me this big propane torch. It was like almost like a flamethrower, except it shot a flame, I don't know, about a foot out. You just pulled the trigger on this thing and I aimed it at the wood and it lit it up in just a few seconds.
Felt so manly.
Oh yeah, I was not a modern man when I was lighting that wood up with a propane flamethrower.
Well, real quick, before we give them details on the contest about naming these smokers, I want real quick to take one more piece of business because we are slowly adjusting to a new normal. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel, people. But in the meantime, we still have to be smart about the way we do business. Luckily, stamps.com has been making things better for so many people. They've been doing business this way for years, and now people are realizing I've got to rethink the way I do business, and stamps.com is going to help them through that transition. Thousands of small business owners have discovered the benefits of stamps.com recently. They can keep their businesses going, avoid the crowds at the post office, all from their computers, because with stamps.com, you can print postage on demand. You don't have to go to the post office. You just gather everything up. You get the proper postage printed, no matter what class of mail, from postcards up to these ginormous packages. You can schedule a pickup, you can drop it off. It doesn't have to be any contact. And with stamps.com, you also save money with discounted rates you can't get at the post office. They offer UPS services with discounts up to 62% with no residential surcharges. You can get discounts on first class postage. You're not going to be able to negotiate that for yourself when you go stand in line. And that's really the biggest thing, I think, for small business owners, especially now when you're trying to cut costs in addition to keeping safe.
And right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in sandwich. That's stamps.com, enter sandwich.
Thank you, stamps.com, with us for a long time.
They're one of the OG.
They are, and we appreciate them. All right, so naming the smokers, that's the contest. We're still in the middle of that, and the deadline's approaching, right?
I think it's September 18th.
It's coming up, so we're running out of time, but we're getting a lot of great suggestions.
Yeah, so we're going to pick 3 names. We're asking y'all to send us submissions to podcast@kellyandalan.com. Send us 1 to 3 names. We're going to pick 1 name for each smoker.
And it'll be 3 different winners.
3 different winners.
Even if somebody comes up with the 3 most brilliant names on the planet, we're going to have 3 different winners.
And then whoever we like, those 3 names, we'll ask you to come hang out with us at the restaurant. Have some eats, have some drinks.
Oh my gosh,
a little
y'all.
buffoonery.
And I know who else is going to be there.
A little cinnamon ice cream.
You know who else is going to be there?
Oh, B.I. Jeff will be there.
Bad Influence Jeff.
Oh, he's bought in.
Already.
He's bought in.
Man, we went up there the other day. We're doing cocktail tasting because Alan's going to have a cocktail in his honor, and I'm going to have a cocktail in mine. And, I typically drink a slightly dirty martini. I usually choose Grey Goose, but I've been told I need to try Chopin.
Dime.
That's what I've been told, with blue cheese olives. And I said, but I'm Kelly Raspberry, so I need to have something. What is that? A dime? That's my name. I wanted to have something that has a raspberry flavor. That makes more sense, right? So we're trying to get the right thing. And we tried a couple things that were a little too sweet. And I was like, because my taste is a slightly dirty martini, so I don't really lean toward the sweet drinks. So we're going to get it right. Alan's already gotten his.
Yeah, mine's the Allen's Old Fashioned.
Yeah, he got an old fashioned in his honor. So
it's Woodford double oaked bourbon.
Yeah.
A little smoked orange in there. They're going to add a little smoky flavor to it. We're not sure exactly how they're going to. Either they're going to char the orange or they're going to serve it in a big smoked box. You ever
I think
seen
they're
it?
going with the charred orange.
They didn't like that big smoke box idea?
No, I think they were leaning towards the
So
other.
it's a lot of trouble.
It's a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And if you're got a lot of people, it's a lot.
Yeah.
With me, I think it's going to involve vodka. And I think we're looking at a raspberry infused vodka, which would be really delicious. So we'll have that ready to go. And of course, we're having a sandwich and some Lovin sandwich, which I'm really excited about because I'm from South Carolina.
South Kakalaki.
So it's going to be a pulled pork barbecue sandwich. And for every sandwich sold, they're donating, right?
We've talked about that. I don't think we've worked out all the details. We haven't worked out all the details.
Let me just tap the brakes on that because I think
we have not worked.
I'm not sure that's 100%.
I think that's going to happen, but we haven't worked.
Yeah, let's not put it out there until we're 100% sure.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I gave some false information on the Kid Craddock morning show this morning, and I got duped. It was so bad.
What'd you say?
Okay.
Oh, how red was Robert?
It was so bad. No, I don't know if he was red or not because we're not in the studio with each other. By the way, we were supposed to go back in the studio Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Boss man said no. Boss man said,
well, there's COVID's everywhere. Hey, man. Yeah. We're going to follow what the Dallas School District does.
Won't let us go back.
They're going back in 2022. That's when we'll be back at the studio.
So anyway, so I got a DM from a listener on my Instagram. And she said, did you see this? Did I miss this on the Showbiz Top 5 from the day before? And I opened it and it was a TikTok video of Selena Gomez. And I was like, what? I didn't do any due diligence. I was a very bad celebrity gossip reporter. I was bad. So anyway, what it was it's Selena Gomez and it's TikTok and she is putting on her makeup and behind her is her singing that song, Bleeding Love. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding, love. Very melancholy. And while the music's playing, it says something about how, I'm over you. I always thought it was me, but now I know it was really you. I was never the one wrong in this relationship, but you're a married man now, and you need to leave me alone and stop stalking me. And I'm like, oh, she's talking about Justin Bieber. And I did that story. And as soon as I did it, Anna on the show said, Kelly, I think that was a fake Selena Gomez account. And that wasn't a real story. And I was like, oh, no. I fell for it. So I don't want to give out any more false information today.
Hey, I got, what, last time I got duped was that stupid broom thing. That was a bunch of crap.
Oh, letting the broom stand up?
Yeah, balance the broom. That
it was like the vernal equinox or equator or something was going on.
It was nothing. It was a hoax. I bought in. I ran out in the garage, grabbed a damn broom and was kind of like, damn, why won't it stand up? God.
So we're pretty gullible, but not pervy.
Speak for yourselves.
Not pervy.
Corona.
He's also getting over the cold.
Corona.
So I'm going to go take some more Delsum. My little tip for those of you who have a cough. When I had whooping cough a few years ago, my doctor told me the very best over-the-counter cough syrup you can get is Delsum. So if you have a cough that you can't shake, get some Delsum. That's my tip for you.
All right, man.
Mine is worn off, so I'm going to go take some more. And by the way, one more. I'm sorry, Alan. One more thing. I'm sorry. I know we're ready to go. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and I just want to make sure that we at least address that because it's a very important thing. With COVID, a lot of people are going through some rough stuff. With Love Letters to Kelly, I've been getting a lot of messages from people who are going through some really dark times, and I just want you to know help is available. You can just reach out to someone, reach out to a friend. There's no shame in people are sharing feelings now. That's a trait of a modern man, right? And it shouldn't be. It should be the same way for women too. But if you don't feel comfortable talking to somebody in your personal circle, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day at 1-800-273-8255. So hopefully that's a message we need to keep bringing home, especially during the month of September, National Suicide Prevention Month.
Yeah, agreed. All the stuff I've read about, suicide, it's the ultimate act in negative self-feelings, obviously. I mean, you feel so bad about yourself that you feel like you shouldn't be around, you know. And there's
and there's a story every day in the news.
There should always be a way to not think that
yeah
way, to not have those feelings.
But when you're in that moment, it makes sense to you. Everybody else around you would be like, it makes no sense. But to that person, it made sense. And it's such a permanent decision you can't take back. So,
but there's always help. There's always a way out. I'm telling you, there's always a way out. But that number Kelly just gave is 1-800-273-8255.
All right. That's it. Now we can really, really go.
All right, babe. Well, this was fun. Love you desperately.
I love you. And I've still got to do my roots. I don't know if I get enough time. It's so late.
Well, blame it all on your roots. I love 10 Star and Company desperately. 10starco.com and at 10starco on Instagram. I love Oaked Barbecue desperately. At Oaked, OAKD BBQ.
Do all the plugs.
I love our listeners desperately. But you know what? I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
How long was that?
Hour 6.
That's not bad. That's about what it was last time, right?
Tell you what, guys, before we came on, I'm like, we didn't have enough to talk about? So we didn't have enough time. Gotta give it to stop talking. Thanks, Michael. Analoo board games. Yeah, that's a good idea too. We're going to take a few. Dylan's a big Connect 4 guy. He likes Connect 4. And he likes checkers. Big checkers guy too. Oh, shit. We didn't mention the good news.
We wrote it down. And we wrote it down. And we wrote it down.
Well, we can tell the people here, a little bonus for them.
I can't believe that. I even made you write it down.
Doggone it.
You got the list right in front of you.
Hey, Kelly, this is Sean Nunn. Hey, I think it's okay for you and Alan to we seem to be getting a little more inventory now. I think it's okay for you. And who's that guy you do the podcast with? Yeah, your husband. Hey, I think it's okay for you guys to go back to 2 podcasts a week. Can you guys do that? Okay. Keep them to 10 minutes and you're going to have 4 spots each time. All right. Okay. Hey, we need to nip that Alan in the bud. Okay. Cut out some of that bullshit he's always saying. El Presidente. All right. Bye, Kelly. Is that how it went?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe we forgot after we wrote it down.
Yeah, I'm going back to 2, guys. When are we doing that? In a couple of weeks?
September 14th or something?
Yeah. Anyway, pretty soon, like after Labor Day. So you'll be getting more of this buffoonery. Not 10 minutes, Janet? We can't do just 10 minutes? Amen. Let's go get some sushi. Amen. I think we can keep you guys. Does Alan mind if you stay at home till 2024? Amen. When are the next Olympics? 2028? That's a good time to come back. Amen. I don't think you're ever going back to the studio. Amen. All right. Good stuff, guys. Matthew, my man. Excuse me, guys. I'm dying. I think it's the COVID. Fortunately, we're socially distancing here from you. You can't get it through the, I don't think you can get it through the laptop here. Oh, man. Bonus content. Sam, I am my man. Sam texted me and now what? Well, let's see here. Sam, you texted me, my man. Let's see what. Oh, you were just checking in, my man. Yeah, thanks. I've been doing more stuff on Instagram. Got my own promo code, Alan12. Yeah, I got more of those things coming. Some pretty cool stuff too. So Sam, you'll see more of that stuff. It's kind of fun to do. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. We're gonna go, and Kelly's finishing up the description here. There she is. Look at her. I mean, just look at her.
Alan, stop.
What? What's wrong?
Mocking me.
I'm not mocking you. That's not nice. You guys think I'm mocking her? I'm not mocking her. All right, guys. I got to get this uploaded to Roberto. See y'all next Wednesday after Labor Day. Hey, happy Labor Day, everybody. Enjoy your long weekend. We'll talk to you soon.